Sam, what are you looking so nervous for?
So no, you just got a bit of that unpleasant look in your face.
Really? I didn't know I had one of those. What are we talking about today then?
Well, basically what we're going to be doing today is, for this video, and by the way guys, thanks so much for still supporting me during this lockdown. What we're going to be doing today is, we're going to be ranking Tottenham Hotspur badges with Peermaker.
Let's have a look at your hair a sec. See how it's growing. Looking very good all round actually.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay.
You're missing the bald look that you created yourself. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to basically be ranking Tottenham Hotspur badges.
We're looking at the badges?
Yeah.
So you brought me down this evening to talk about, well, the cock, Sam.
Right, so as you can see, we've rated it from iconic, which means, well, just basically the best of the best. Nice, which means you like it. Okay, which is good, but just nothing special. Meh, which means don't really have too much care about the badge. And trash, which means you hate it. Okay, we're gonna start in chronological order by the first ever badge, a shield of red with a blue H.
No.
What do you, I mean...
I have no affinity to the letter H.
Yeah, I mean, this was made in like 1880.
Okay. It's got historical relevance, but that's not one of mine.
Yeah, but the fact that it's got red, I think deserves to go straight onto trash, don't you? Like majority.
There's too much red in it. You're quite right.
Yeah. So we can agree with putting that on trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Trash. Putting that in trash. This is the next badge we're looking at. It's from 1921 till 1951 that Tottenham used that. What are your thoughts on this badge?
Do you remember that cartoon?
Roadrunner.
No, not Roadrunner. Oh, that doesn't look.
Oh, what? The one saying, I say.
Yes, that's the one.
To be honest, for me, it signifies a cockerel, but it's not the Tottenham Hotspur cockerel. It looks more like the French national team.
Or the sign for that Le Coq Sportif thing. Yeah, that make of clothes. That's what it looks like.
That's what it does look like. So I'm personally sticking it on meh, to be honest. You?
I'm gonna say okay because there's no red in it. It's just blue and white, and it is a cock. It's a big cock, maybe too big.
Less of the innuendos, please.
Okay, it's a cockerel which has got a full tail structure.
Yeah.
So I give it a.
You give it okay.
I give it okay.
The next badge is starting to touch your lifetime really as a 2-year-old. I doubt you'd still remember it. But yeah, this one's from 1951 till 1967. What's your thoughts on the badge exactly?
Well, that of course was a golden era. The only thing I've got to say about that badge is if you look closely at the legs, it looks like it has been kind of tied up a little bit with some sort of restraining device around its pulling on.
You're gonna start preaching your animal. Go on then, talk to the subscribers and tell them to become vegetarian. Go on, look at the camera then. Preach them.
What, to become vegetarian?
Yeah.
I could do that all day long. I want to know, Sam, as I've been telling you for many years, what do we have against animals that we got?
Okay, can we just like focus on the badge, please? So you don't like it because of the angle.
I was going to say, we're going to look back in 60, maybe less years' time and wonder how we ate these things. How we ate these poor cockerels. Why we mistreated them by tying stuff around their ankles. You know what this reminds me of? The very bad old days when we used to have cockfighting. And they would have them restrained by their ankles as they watched one cockerel fight another. So it comes a little bit down on my top list because that's just got a slight negative connotation, and that by the head looks like part of his head's been cut off and put back together again.
So what are you ranking this badge?
But I quite like it, so I'm going to give it a okay.
Okay, so the next badge is from 1967 till 1983, and this is the badge as you can see here on the screen.
Yeah, I think this is my favourite badge.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the one that I kind of associate the most.
What, like in your prime years as a sportsman?
In my prime years.
Yeah.
As you know, the best time of my life was 1981 and watching Ricky get that goal, and that's what brings it back to me, looking at that.
You want to like just be clear to the subscribers which Ricky goal specifically?
No, because anybody who doesn't know what Ricky goal is, there's only one proper.
Okay, in case you didn't know, it was the Man City FA Cup replay final, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah. All right. The only thing I don't like about this badge is the ball kind of looks a bit like a basketball to me. Just by like the angle of it, like the way it's striped. I don't know. That's my only thing I don't like about it.
It is a big ball, granted.
Right.
And some of the others don't have any ball.
So where do you think this should go?
Oh, that's going to go top for me.
What, iconic?
Yeah.
Okay, so we accidentally skipped a badge, but this is a retro badge from 1966, which I found from Spurs historical website. I actually prefer that one more than the one you just put on iconic, but based on the ball itself, like it looks more like a old-fashioned football. And what I like about it is that does signify, you know, the sport. It does signify, you know, the grassroots of football, you know, the football that they used. I'm personally going to put that on nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, the only concern about those balls is the association now with all, like Jackie Charlton, like hitting it all the time and getting like head disorders from hitting those heavy leather balls so much. I want to change my mind. The one I put okay from the
1950s to 67. Yeah, that one, yeah.
What I really like about it actually is the shape of the shield.
Yeah.
A thin shield, okay, a handsome cockerel.
Yeah. So
and actually, as it encapsulates our golden era, I think it should go iconic.
Okay, so next up is the centenary year badge of 1982, and we're just looking at this right now. What do you think of it?
I like that. I like it because it shows our sense of history, how long we've been around.
Yeah.
I like it because it's all blue and white.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact that it says Tottenham Hotspur.
It's proper Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, that's how I would like to write it.
Yeah.
It's nice. That is iconic.
Iconic?
Yeah.
Even if that was worn for just 1 year?
Yeah. It's iconic because of all the categories I think it should go into, that represents a long period of time showing my club.
Fair enough. Alright, so this badge does look a bit familiar, which I'll come on to later in the video, because there is another badge that looks like this, but we're going to rank this one from 1983 to, I believe...
Can I tell you what that came to my mind?
But till I believe 1995.
Do you remember the old Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
Loved the animation.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they decided to change it all up and change the view of Tom and Jerry. And it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
The new one was not as good as the old one. That's what that one reminds me of. Colouring it in like that, why? Why would you colour it yellow? Why would you mix yellow and red so that the two main colours of that are yellow and red?
Yeah, which is Arsenal's home kit and Arsenal's second kit. Yeah.
With not enough blue on it.
Very few amount of blue.
It is a nice cockerel and it's standing on a reasonable sized ball and it has got THS.
I don't like that. That reminds me of like New York Yankees design. You know, like when they have it on the caps. Nah, I feel like that's a bit of an Americanization to the sport, to the club badge a bit. That's just my opinion on it.
I would put this in the OK category.
Okay, so this one is now 1995 till 1997.
Now that was a special year for me.
Well, yeah, that was the year I was born.
That's
first
right.
Tottenham kit. But I'll tell you what I really like about this. Okay, again, the New York Yankees logo, I'm not a fan of, but they've got the colouring on point. The shield, nice little texture of a line, the Tottenham badge. For me, I'd have to argue with you if you disagree that that doesn't go on iconic.
No, I would put that in iconic.
Yeah.
Simple colours, nice statement.
It's not overdone, this badge.
No.
You look at the other badges, like, you know, like the yellow, that was definitely overdone. Definitely overdone it. Here, they've kept it simplistic.
Traditions.
Keep to traditions, keep it simple. So the next, this is sort of the first proper Tottenham badge I can remember. From getting second kit, I think, after I was starting to walk.
When I see that, I tell you what it brings me back to. Space Invaders, those green things. Left, right, beep, beep, beep,
wait, what are they meant to be? The trees?
Trees. But from here, with my eyesight,
I personally hate it.
There's a lot going on.
No, there's too many unneeded colours. I mean, you've got a brown rook or something, you've got a brown football, you've got... This is even worse than the New York Yankees design I was complaining about earlier with the texture they've done with these letters. Again, there's red in this badge. There's the yellow outline. The yellow outline as well, I really don't like it. And then the trees, it's like something like a Southampton badge or something, because they've got a tree in their badge. If it was me personally, I think it struggles to hit meh. I think it's going into the trash.
It's a little bit busy, and it doesn't immediately shout out at me what it all represents. As you say.
Yeah.
Why are there 7 trees? Did we win the FA Cup 7 times? Is that what that's about?
But why is it signified as a tree then?
I don't know.
And what's with the castle as well, the rook? Are we playing a game of chess or are we converting to Newcastle's style of badge. It's like you see different things in this badge, which would normally represent another football club as well.
All we want to see is the cockerel.
Yeah.
Yeah? Don't want to see all that other nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't mind a shield, a nice blue shield. Blue shield cockerel, the rest.
And then that's the thing, there's a shield here, and then there's like another shield
much going
inside. They've overdone it with this, way too much. I'm sticking this in trash personally.
No, I'll go meh.
Oh, I don't think it goes meh. I mean,
The reason I've got it in meh and not trash is because I can't put a cockerel on a ball in trash. You see, the one that is in trash is the H. What is that about? On a red shield. What's that about? But at least it doesn't offend so many of my senses. So for me, it goes meh, not trash.
alright, fine. I mean,
We can disagree.
yeah, I'm sticking it on trash. I've been very appeasing to you. Okay, so the next one is possibly up there as one of my favourite badges, just in the sense that in the prime of my childhood and getting a Tottenham shirt, it had that badge. And here it is right in front of us. Now, I much prefer it than the yellow. Firstly,
It's got a bit of yellow in it.
it's got a bit of yellow in the banner, but we can overlook it, I feel. It's got white, blue, love that. Okay, there's red lines there, there's a New York Yankees design there. But for me, you know, this badge signified the club, the shirts that my footballing Tottenham heroes wore. You know, Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe, Casey Keller in goal, who was Anthony Gardner.
Always your favourite player.
Don't know why, but I just liked it a lot.
I don't know what it was. Who's your favourite player, Sam? Anthony. You never called him Anthony. It was always Anthony Gardner.
So yeah, for me, I'm sticking this on nice. It's not iconic, but it is nice.
I'll go with nice.
Yeah. So the next is now our present Tottenham Hotspur badge. Now for me, I like the football because that does look like an old-fashioned football, and we do date back to that period. I like the colouring, it's proper navy.
Yep.
Love that. I actually like, which I feel is quite underrated about the badge, the way they've done the head
Simple.
design.
It's simple.
Right, simple. Not
It's a
overdone.
proud looking cockerel. I like that. Chest out, like you're proud of your club.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
Would you say it's your favourite ever badge?
I think the only thing that I would like it to have, if it was going on one of my shirts, would actually be a nice shield around it.
I disagree, but we'll go on to that a bit later. But where are you
I
putting
like
this
that
badge?
Well, it's iconic. Isn't
You
it?
think so?
Yeah, definitely. That's beautiful.
We've got I feel like we're being a bit too nice about the badge. I mean, we've already got 4 iconic.
There's a certain,
It's because we're a nice club with a nice
of
badge.
course, and there's a certain similarity between them all. They are all just blue and white.
Yeah,
You see
alright. Yeah, no, I can agree with you on that one. So we're fine, we'll stick that on iconic then. Right, so the last one is the one we wore in our first full season at Wembley. The current Tottenham Hotspur badge in a shield. Now, for me, so based on the principle, I feel like I'm happy with the badge we've got and it doesn't need a shield over it.
Well, we were talking about this before. I forgot that the one that had a shield around it.
Yeah.
But looking at that one, I thought the only thing that could improve it, although it's very nice, would be a shield.
No, I disagree.
Is it?
I like it how it is. Don't think it's good.
And when you're thinking about kissing the badge, a badge is not just the shape of a cockerel.
Well then, this is when you and me disagree. I see Tottenham as a cockerel badge and don't think anything of a shield, whereas you keep on bringing up the shield. So for me personally, I'm sticking that on meh.
Fine.
Alright, so just gonna stick that on meh.
What? On meh?
Yeah,
Shut up.
Don't think anything.
Meh? It's got to be at least okay. If the one with the without the shield was iconic, you can't bring that down 3 divisions.
Fair enough. Put it on
Put it on okay.
So, well, that's it for today really. So this is our ranking. Comment below if you disagree. Comment below where you think should have made it to elite if you disagreed with anything. I'd say fair overall though, it's a fair assessment of the badges.
It's actually, over the years, a good set of badges.
Yeah, a good set of badges I'd say. I mean, I was alive for probably,
Not changed too much.
3 or 4 of the badges I'd say, I'd live. But yeah, this is our video for today. And we're gonna be making a few more of these. So comment below if you liked what you saw, comment below your suggestions. And that's not looking glum, we're saying goodbye to them.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
I'm tired, aren't I?